Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Tevaron here, and welcome to Contradiction. While playing through the infectious madness of Dr. Decker, I was informed by a commenter that it was a spiritual successor to this game. And so you know we've got to check this out. It is also an FMV game, though I'm wondering why the menus are off the sides here. You've got arrows? Can I? Oh, I can. With the arrow keys on the keyboard, I can actually change back and forth. That's a little weird. I'm going to check the options really quick, and then I'll get back to you. Alright, I think I've got it set up. There's not a lot really to do. The menu is really awkward. But, I don't think we're going to watch the intro. My experience with most games is the intro is always played when you start the game, so hopefully that's the case. And my mouse isn't working, so let's just push enter and see if that works.
My name is Jenks, Detective Inspector Frederick Jenks, and I've been assigned to a last-minute investigation into the death of Kate Vine, a PhD student found drowned at midnight last Friday in a lake in the woods on the outskirts of the tiny village of Edenton. I have until first thing tomorrow morning to decide whether her death was a simple accident or whether this was murder. Kate Vine appeared to the world to be a bright, confident, fun-loving PhD student with everything to live for. However, a history of depression and alcoholism revealed in her medical records suggests that in reality, she had become adept at hiding behind a mask. A lab report indicating a high level of alcohol in her blood, along with the late hour of her death and a lack of witnesses, makes a strong case that this was suicide. But the verdict overlooked some curious details. Why was her driving license found on the opposite side of the lake in which she drowned? Also, there were traces of morphine in Kate's system. Where did she get it? Kate was known to be a free spirit with a nihilistic love of danger, which may, in part, have something to do with a business course called Atlas, which Kate had joined and which she had been attending on the night of her death. Based in a large, stately home on the outskirts of the village, the exclusive Atlas is run by father and son team, Paul and Ryan Rand. Both were interviewed following Kate's death, but neither claimed to have seen Kate after the meeting, and both were understandably eager to distance themselves and Atlas from the tragedy. This isn't the first time that Atlas has been investigated. Atlas and their questionable methods, which many have suggested border on mind control. Ryan is married to Rebecca, landlady of Edenton's village pub, the George and Dragon. As yet, she hasn't been interviewed, though it's likely Kate visited the pub on more than one occasion. One of Kate's friends was Emma Bowman, who lives at Eden Lodge on the road leading out of Edenton Village. Emma was also doing a PhD at the same university, but didn't attend Atlas. Interviewed after Kate's death, Emma seemed shocked and upset, insisting she hadn't seen Kate that night. However, it turned out her boyfriend had. Simon Thompson met Emma at university. After completing his degree around 18 months ago, he went to work at a shop in the neighboring village. He started at the Atlas course a few months ago. Simon insisted that he didn't see Kate after the meeting, but the sergeant interviewing him noted he seemed oddly unmoved by her death, which makes him the first person I want to see tonight. It's time for some answers.
Okay. That was a bit of information overload there. Also, I apologize for having the cursor on screen through part of that. I was just kind of taking it all in. Also, game aside, just as a heads up, I do record all my games in 1440p, so you might want to switch to that if your internet can handle it. Even on monitors that can't handle anything higher than 1080 or whatever, it gives you more bandwidth for the picture, so it'll look a lot better. But anyway, I digress. Let's see what's going on here. Welcome to Edenton Village. Use the direction keys or controller to move around the village. If you see the magnifying glass, try your investigate button to see Jenks investigate. What is the investigate button? I imagine it's left or right click since I'm using a mouse. Use your inventory button to see your collected items, which includes both physical objects and information Jenks has collected. If you're at a location where you think you can use a physical item, try the use button. It's not really telling us what those buttons are though, is it? Okay, can we experiment? Okay, so escape takes us to here. Can't really use the mouse in the menu. Enter. Let's see. I for inventory? No. Right click? No. Space? Alright, well maybe it will let us know as we go around. Let's go to the pub since it's right across the street there. Okay, so nobody's home. Well, it's not open. Well, there's cars. Can we... Or is that... No, sorry. Sorry. Didn't realize. Left or right? When in doubt, go to the left. Go down behind Brandon House. Back to the center, go left down West Street. Okay. Can we... Huh. I don't know what the controls are. Call the chief. Go less... yeah, let's call the chief. I imagine we're under a chief of police. Hello? Not at his desk, I suppose. Is it just going to ring forever? Okay, we'll leave. Must not be the right time to do that, I suppose. Go left down West Street, sure. Keep going to the left. Okay, and nothing. Is there any kind of anything we can bring up? I'm going to... Keys reset to defaults. Okay, so R resets keys to defaults. Okay. Okay, so S toggles the annotations on and off. Oh! D. D brings up a map. I would have used M myself, but can we, like, fast travel? Appears not. Something off the edge up there. Okay, so D is map. Enter brings up, is this our, I guess this is our inventory. S to use an item. Escape to see suspect reply details. Enter to exit. No use for Kate's lost driving license here, sorry. Okay, escape. No replies, alright. Get out. C turns captions on and off, which I figured that out in the menu. I did that at the beginning. I'd just forgotten. So really the only relevant keys that I've discovered here are enter brings up our inventory and D brings up the map. So phone box, Abbey Farm, Paul and Ryan Rand. I remember these names being mentioned. I don't quite remember what they're about. All that stuff just went by really fast. Hopefully, over the course of the game, things will become more clear. Alright, we can't really call the chief. Sure, go down behind Brandon House. Sort of a boarding house? It's nothing. Well, we're getting a whole lot of nowhere, aren't we? I guess the pub doesn't open till later in the evening, though I would have thought at 5 p.m. it would be open. Alright, more choices here. Woods Lane. Wasn't she... Let me bring up the map. I think she was... Yeah, body found. Okay, she was killed over through here. Alright. Eden Lodge. Simon and Emma. Aren't we supposed to talk to Simon first? Isn't that what the detective said? Would that be this way? Or what's up along this path? They're living over here. Edenton? Is it Edenton or Edenton? Village Hall. And we can't do anything here either. Oh, we can... Spyglass? Nope. Rear path? Oh, okay. Just a different perspective. I gotcha. Go to the woods. Woods Lane. Yeah, let's talk to these two if they're home. They're either roommates or a couple? Can we look at anything here? Guess we can only really click on words.
Is it Simon?
Yeah.
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm investigating an incident in the village. Could I come in and ask you a few questions, please?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What are you looking for there, Simon?
We can just go through here if you want. Emma's working in the front room.
Hi.
This is Inspector Jenks.
Jenks.
What's all this about?
There was a death in the village. Kate Vine, I believe you both knew her.
Yeah. Do you need to speak to both of us?
I'll just speak to Simon first, if that's okay.
Just come through.
Sorry about that, guys. I'll try to remember to move the cursor.
Is it okay in here?
Oh, this'll be fine, yeah.
Do you want anything? Water?
No, I won't be long.
Okay.
At least to the edge during cutscenes. Oh, okay. Your first interview. First, pick an item you want to ask about. Then press the select button to see Jenks ask about it. When you've heard the reply, you'll see a summary of what was said in the box at the bottom. Okay. Selecting any item you've already asked about shows the summary of replies. Now select any reply to add it to the contradiction box on the right, here, I guess, and here. And you can add 2 replies. Okay, so we're trying to find contradictions, hence the name of the game. Gotcha. Now you can start looking for contradictions. Find 2 contradictory replies and add them to the contradiction box. If they go green, sit back and watch Jenks interrogate your interviewee. Alrighty. So how do I actually ask the question? I've already forgot that. Enter?
Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
No. No, I don't think so. Never seen it before.
Okay. Is there nothing else to ask? Escape to see reply details? Oh, leave Simon, interview Emma. S? To use item? No. Enter to ask and add to box. D, repeat answer. I guess that's the only question we've got? Oh. Okay. There's like a piece of tape or something in there. A ribbon, maybe? It's stuck to the license. Okay, S. Escape. Interview Emma? Oh, we have to use...
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Don't worry, it's only a few questions.
Yeah.
I do apologize, guys. This control scheme is very awkward, and it may take me a little while to get used to it. It's mostly keyboard. There's not a lot we can actually click on with the mouse. I mean, I guess I could disable my capture from seeing the mouse, but then I couldn't, point at things and say, look here, at this UK in the flag there. Alrighty,
Did you know whether Kate had lost this or not?
I don't know, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay. I really feel like we should be able to ask other things. Okay, I guess we just leave? Oh yeah.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Arrow keys there. Kids to select.
Best to knock on the window for Emma. Simon always answers the front door.
Okay. Well, that got us a whole lot of nowhere, so we can knock on the window for Emma. Oh! I can get a menu over here. Show inventory. Show map. Show tips. Let's try not to use it let's use as few tips as possible. Return to the main menu. Okay, toggle between mouse control and keyboard control. So with mouse control, I don't have my... Or this is mouse control. Okay, so when the mouse is up there, that's for me to toggle back to mouse control. Gotcha. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Sure, let's continue on ahead into the woods. And hopefully not get murdered ourselves. We can go either way. The body's here, so I don't know which way will actually let us see where the body is. Oh, and we can click to travel now, it looks like, since I've changed it to mouse controls. Alrighty then, well, let's go to the right, since that's sort of a dead end at the closest, see if there's anything there. The answer? Not surprising. Okay, these changing perspectives kind of throw me off a little bit. Right, back to the junction, to the jetty, further into the woods. The body was over to the right of the jetty, right? Some people fishing out there?
Looks like a piece of jewellery there, stuck between the boards. Well and truly wedged in.
Ooh. That was the first time the magnifying glass worked. Did I remember to use it at that other place? Apparently... Wait, can I dig it out with the, Can I use this to dig it out? Replay answer? Okay, that was weird. An error? Inventory? Okay, so don't click that. So I can't dig it out with the license. Sure. Let's go back to that other dead end. I might have forgotten to use the magnifying glass. Oh! Sorry. Oh, there is no magnifying glass here. Okay, let's see if we can fast travel. Alright, we were there. Yes, we can. That is helpful. Further into the woods, please. Apparently, we need something else to get that piece of jewelry out from between the boards. Towards Atlas. To the clearing. Let's look at the clearing. And nothing. Alright, perspective changes again. We'll go towards Atlas. Sure. Rosenbaum Estate. Sure. And it is locked
I have to come
too.
back later, I think.
Interesting. Maybe the village hall. Well, the village hall would be closed, wouldn't it, after 5? Let's look really quickly, and then we'll go check and see if the pub is open. Yeah, it looks like it's still closed, but I can look now.
Always nice to randomly find a key on the floor.
Oh, that's right. Before, when I was clicking the magnifying glass, I had it in keyboard mode, so of course it wasn't working. So I'm sure we've missed things otherwise. Wasn't there a magnifying glass in other places? Improve your spiritual, intellectual, financial life.
Isn't that interesting?
I suppose it is. That's everything here, so I'm going to have to go back and look at everything again. There is a magnifying glass here.
Very trusting, leaving a bike unlocked. Looks like homebrew equipment. This might come in handy.
Aha! Bet we can use that to get the jewelry out from between the boards. And now... Yes? Oh, so these are things we can ask about now. Awesome. So I bet if we had our controls set up properly, I could have asked about the bike and the bottles to Simon and Emma, but now that I've got the screwdriver there, I want to go back and get the piece of jewelry first, so that perhaps will be on our list too. Screwdriver? Use it? Oh no, they've got the replay answer thing overlaid over the click to use thing. I bet it's going to give us an error again. It is. Darn it. Alright, let's try closing the game and relaunching. See you in a second. Interesting here. With the controls in mouse mode, the menus all fit on the screen and we don't have to scroll back and forth. That is awesome. Let's resume the game. 0% progress. We're getting there slowly. Very slowly. Yep, map and tips. Please don't tell me I still have my stuff. I do. Awesome. Let's go back here and see if we can use that screwdriver now, or if the replay answer thing's still overlaying. Aha, it's gone. And apparently that is the solution. What is that? Silver? Suburb?
Interesting. I thought forensics had checked the whole area. Obviously not very well.
Not up to your standards, Jenks. That's his name, right? Jenks? Broken Pendant. How do you know it's a pendant? I don't see anything to run a chain through. Alrighty. Let's go back and talk to Simon and Emma again now that we have much more to discuss. We'll start with Simon. Sure.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Excellent. Kate Vine's death. Why was that not there previously? All it had was our inventory. I bet I could have scrolled back and forth somehow since I still had it in keyboard mode. The mouse menu is much better. So how do I do this in mouse mode? Enter no longer works now. What the? Alright, apparently clicking the middle mouse button resets us back to the introduction of the game. So, here we are trying to figure out how to actually ask a question again. Ask about this item. I suppose that's what we want to do. Alright. Now that we figured it out, let's do it.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
So last Friday's meeting, I think.
Did you see her after the meeting?
No.
How long have you known Kate?
That would be when we started Atlas. 3 months ago?
Did you socialise outside Atlas?
No.
How would you describe her? What sort of person was she?
Well, she's talented. She was full of life, you know? Sharp, quite sharp.
Would you say she had any emotional problems?
Her mood could change. And, well, there was the drinking problem.
When did you become aware of that?
Well, she would come drunk to meetings sometimes. She would reek of the stuff. I mean, everyone knew, but nobody really said anything.
So, tell me a bit about Atlas.
That was just a business management training program for postgrads.
And you started this after you left college?
Yeah.
And it's on every Friday?
Yeah, well, my group isn't doing it this Friday, but one of the groups is.
Okay, thanks.
Alrighty then, we can replay the answer. So I guess we can use contradictions. I guess if we see two things that contradict each other, we select them and see if they match up. Like, let's just try it out. Often seen, sure, I don't think there's any here, but saw her at the meeting last Friday and didn't socialize. Yeah, that's not a contradiction, which we were pretty much sure of anyway. Alright, driver's license. We already asked about that. Dropped silver key. Can't ask about that one, so the red ones we can't ask about. Even the screwdriver we stole from his bottle box. We can't ask about the bicycle, though.
Whose the bike outside?
Oh, that's my cousin's. He lent me it. I need to buy a new lock for it, though.
So it's your bike at the moment?
Yeah. There's no bus service to speak of around here, so it's really the only way to get around.
Oh, so it only shows responses for whatever we have selected. So can we select things from different things to try to contradict them? Again, there's nothing yet, but I want to see if we can do that. And we can, okay. So that's obviously not a contradiction, but... Alright, the box of old bottles. What's that about?
I noticed a lot of bottles outside. Are they yours?
Yeah, I make homebrew.
For yourself?
Well, no, I give it out to my friends and stuff. I tried selling it at first, but I didn't have any takers. Except for James over at Farmhouse. I used to trade it to him for herbs and stuff.
Do you see James a lot?
No, not really.
Okay, so that was important? I guess that's why we got the ding. Makes his own homebrews. Tried selling it, but only sold to James. Trades it for herbs? Wonder what kind of herbs. Doesn't see James very often. Simon told Jenks about his homebrew, so we can't actually ask about that. Alright, well, that's good for now. Let's go talk to Emma.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Alright, top to bottom.
When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
It was last Thursday in the college library. I saw her and we chatted for a bit. She seemed her usual self.
What was her usual self?
Oh, just Kate being Kate. You know, a bit wild.
Wild? What way wild?
Oh, she just used to question everything, you know. Have arguments with the lecturers, things like that.
What else?
Kate had a drink problem.
How noticeable was that?
Well, it wasn't at first, but as the year went on, she'd be drunk in the afternoon. But I think she cut down, you know, towards the end of college and when she started her PhD.
Okay, so her definition of wild is asking a lot of questions and arguing with the professors? That is weird. Didn't see Kate very often. Okay, we asked about the driving license, right? Yes, we did. Oh, and we don't have the, I just noticed, did we not get the bird where we had that issue? I think we have the bird. I'll check after this. What does she know about the bike?
Whose is the bike outside?
Oh, it's Simon's cousin's. He uses it to get to work.
You know the lock's broken.
Oh, I know. I keep telling him to fix it.
Alright, you know what, guys? The cursor's getting on my nerves. I'm going to turn the capture of it off. There we go. That's better. Hopefully, if I have to point at something, you can just see it light up, and if not, I'll just describe what I'm pointing at. Be better for everybody. Alright. It's interesting, it doesn't seem that we can use other people's comments with them. Like, I can't contradict something that she says with something Simon says because it's not giving me his options. Alright, how do you feel about Simon's homebrew?
What's the stack of bottles outside?
Oh, that's all Simon's stuff. You better ask him. I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, you two must not actually be a couple then. Because I couldn't imagine that you wouldn't know what they were for if you were. Either that or you really don't pay attention to your boyfriend. Guess we can just ask directly about the homebrew.
Have you ever tried Simon's homebrew?
Me? No. I don't like beer. I only drink wine. I can't stand spirits either.
I do not like beer either, at least none that I've ever tried, and I've tried a fair few. I do like spirits though, and wine occasionally. Alright, goodbye.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
So do we not have... No, I guess where it crashed or whatever happened, we don't have the bird anymore? Well, that kind of defeated what I was doing. Let's go back and get it again. And before it said it was a pendant. I still don't know how you draw that conclusion, but we have yet more to ask of our friends Simon and Emma. Let's talk to Emma first this time.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Ah, Broken Pendant.
Ever seen this?
Looks like, that's my old necklace. I gave this to Kate.
So Kate might have been wearing it last Friday.
Yeah, well, perhaps, but I can't see why. She was always buying new things, you know, lots of jewellery, stuff like that. It's meant to be a bird in cage, but the cage's fallen off. I'll show you.
Where did you buy it?
I didn't. Some wanted present.
Secret admirer.
Not so secret.
I see.
That's how it should have looked. It's called a freedom necklace.
Do you mind if I keep this?
No, not at all.
So the necklace did belong to Kate. Interesting. I'm starting to wish I'd brought a spare evidence bag.
Do you choose the bird or the cage? Okay, so we can't really ask her about that. There may be some contradictions already, but I haven't noticed them yet, so let's go talk to Simon. Oh, should ask about the freedom necklace rather than the pendant. Sure.
You know what this is?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Emma had one like it. Actually, you know what? Kate had one. I remember because I asked her about it one night when we were all out drinking in college. I was probably pretty drunk.
That's what college is all about.
That is a contradiction. Where did he say that he didn't hang out with Kate much. Yep, didn't socialize with Kate outside of Atlas. Yes you did, sir. Really? Was there something... Huh. Maybe I clicked the wrong one? Kate wore the necklace at college? Alright, so apparently that's not a contradiction. I thought it really would be, since he said he saw it when they were all out drinking. And he said here he never socialized with Kate outside of Atlas, when he obviously did. Alright, well.
Okay, that's it for now. Thank you.